What's going on, guys? Kevin Durant build 6'10, 214, 6'10 wingspan. Had to go minimum wingspan so that way you can maximize the shooting, optimize the shooting, get all the things that you want to get in terms of badges and animations or what have you. However, this build is a great scoring build if you're looking to get easy buckets off ball. So, without further ado, going right into the attributes. As far as the cap breakers, do not do it how I did it. I actually made a mistake and I left one of my shooting cap breakers out of being accepted for the build. I did make the mistake of leaving one shooting spec cap breaker out. So that's why you see that one cap breaker available. There's actually no cap breakers available. However, this is the build. Great finishing. High layup with the 90 layup, 84 close shot, 87 driving dunk paired with a 75 vert, even though it's 76 because of cap breakers, to give you that silver posterizer, contact animations, what have you. 90 post control paired with 94 midi to give you legend post fade. 65 standing for the animations. 91 three-pointer just because that's what it gets maxed to. 90 is all you need for deep bomber. Maxed out free throw. Minimum bare bone playmaking so you can get your badges. Bronze lightning launch threshold of 68 feeble ball, so you use that plus to it and get you gold. 75 ball handle, get you all the KD animations you need. 76 pass act for your badges, and then going right into the defense. Cap broke the interior to a 60. That way it opens that gateway. Paired with 74, you get bronze paint patroller. The block cap breakers are set up kind of weird, so we ended up getting to that 78 threshold to get that silver high flying denier. So it's an 80 block, 82 perimeter for the silver challenger. Again, another weird cap breaker, but 61 steals, 60 is what gives you the bronze interceptor. So you got bare bones defense and playmaking, but outstanding scoring just all around in terms of shooting and finishing. And then on top of that, you have an 80 defensive rebound. At 6'10", you will be grabbing some decent amount of boards with this. 80 speed on a 6'10" is extremely high. So that's another good part of optimizing a build like this is that you're going to be a scorer. You're going to be faster than most, especially your matchup. 75 agility, 75 strength to pair with the 90 layup gives you a gold physical finisher. You really crack a build out when you do it this way, man. Yeah, this is the cap breakers. Obviously, like going back to this, what you see at the top for each category is what I have it set to, like me myself, and the numbers at the bottom is what I cap broke it to after the build was made. So yeah, the drive and dunk was easy, just went off 5 for that. Needed this for my legend post fade like I mentioned earlier. Needed this for the driving dunk to get the annies and the silver poster. 80 on the block, silver high flying denier, bronze interceptor, bronze paint patroller. So it's real simple, real simple. You can do it however you want to do it. Maybe you want more pass sack and you want to go that route. Maybe you want the close shot, I don't know. Maybe you want to get the 95 layup for those badges. Hall of Fame float game, I believe, is a part of that. I don't know, however you want to do it. I did it so that way I feel like I got a lot of versatility out of the build, and it's actually realistic to what I think a prime Golden State, later OKC, early on Brooklyn KD was playing like. So with that being said, going right into, first I'm gonna go into the whole badge count. So right now we're looking at legend Deadeye, legend post fade, legend set shot with legend shifty, a total of 33 badges. Not the most I've seen out of all the builds that I got, but definitely on the higher end. Most of your like high offensive build this year are gonna sit like in that 20 to 25 range in terms of badges, or like 20. I say like 23 to like 27 badges. If you got 30 plus badges, you have a very versatile build. Just know that. So this build, 4 legend badges starting off, all shooting. So that just lets you know, like, pretty much a fade god. Any moving shot, any standstill shot, your effectiveness of the badge is optimized. It's all maxed out. And then being 6'10" and then having this dead eye, like, it's hard for people to get good contests on you. I'm gonna be honest. They have to be like legitimate comp sweaty locks to consistently get on your nerves. This is one of my better shooting builds in terms of percentages. Like when I load up into games and matchups see me, My percentage on this build is extremely, extremely high. I want to say I'm close to that 80 percentile. So people already either think that I'm zenning or doing something crazy. I'm not. It's just the fact that this build is just so crazy in terms of scoring. He's 6'10" with the badges you would expect to be on a 6'2" to like 6'6". Gold Challenger, yeah, and we'll see that in the perks. I find a Nair, that Gold Lightning Launch I told you that I plus 2'd. Paint Prodigy, Physical Finisher with that 75 Strength, 90 Layup. And just, yeah, all thorough badges. Rebounding, Paint Patroller that I was mentioning earlier. Got that Bronze Interceptor we cat broke for. All that stuff, right? So then, going back to how my badge perks look. This is Shooting Spec, obviously, so I used the plus 2 for Legend Shifty. And I'm pretty sure... Yep, yeah. I don't know if that's actually... Okay, yeah, it is. Anyways, so Legend Set Shot, Gold High Flying Deny, Gold Lightning, then obviously these both plus 2. The Legend Deadeye, Gold Challenger for better contest, Gold Paint Prodigy in case I catch the ball maybe on a backdoor cut or something under the basket. I like this badge just because it gets that layup kind of quick, gets the animation off quick, so that way you're not getting blocked and all that. Like, I'm 6'10", I have standing dunks too. I shouldn't really have to, but just for the times where 2K just doesn't agree with you just getting certain animations you always want, it's good to have as like a backup. And then the Clutch Gene, I went Hall of Fame Physical, Hall of Fame Floater, and those are just to make my bag deeper. I'm gonna be honest with you, in case of I'm driving to the rack, I'm bumping the guy, I can get that physical finisher animation, green that layup, or just float it right over the top of him, especially if he's a smaller guy. And then use up all my elevators. So these are the badges, and this is the breakdown. So easy work when it comes to getting buckets, man. I'm telling you, my percentages with these builds, especially with this one, but all of the shooting ones that I showed you guys, my Donovan Mitchell is a high shooter, obviously Kyrie, like my percentages with them are through the roof. Granted, yes, they're 90 plus shooting attribute builds, but like you still have to have good shot IQ, and just the way you play has to be, if it's not comp, it got to be damn near comp. And what I mean by that is you got to really know when to pick and choose when you should no dip, when you should do fades, and when you should do post fit. Like, you can't just bust out these moves and think this is my career. You know what I mean? Maybe in the rec you can get away with some of that, and just depending on the plate matchmaking that you're going with, if you're playing against like the lower tier plates, gold and below. But all you purple and red plate guys out there, y'all know, like you gotta be smart with what you do on offense at all times, especially when it comes time to pass, you gotta pass too. Even though these are scoring builds, you do have to make the right passes when it's time to make the right pass. So that is that. Going right into the takeover. I love getting deep bomber on builds, especially when it's called for it, because you have the 90 plus, you have the threshold. 99 midi is fire on a build that has a Legend Shifty and he's 6'10". I'm gonna tell you that right now. So when I have this takeover, right, most of my matchups, just to let you guys in on a little secret, already expect me to spot up at the hash, spot up at the edge of the logo, whatever, and pull that baby, right? So that that's smart on them, because that's how you would want to play if you were a comp defender of a build like me on Kevin Durant build. So with that being said, a lot of times I'll get the takeover, but I know I can keep it for longer. A lot of times, if you notice, the takeover this year, especially if you're off ball, if you're not getting the ball constantly or consistently, you're not going to keep the takeover. You have to like score within like the first 2 possessions you have it, or it's going to go away. I usually always, because I'm vet now, I always have my heat check, and with heat check I can just kind of like use that to my advantage and get that boost off of that. But when I have deep bomber, I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of times I go right into the midi, and then I'll spot up at the hash, the next possession or the possession after that, because I already know that they're expecting me as soon as I get it to just pull from the hash. Now if they don't even see that I have it, and let's say it was like a team chemistry boost, and I come down the court, yeah, they're not gonna be looking for it because they don't know I have it, so I'm just gonna spot up. But if they know I have it, they're playing me tight, I'm gonna probably just get to a good spot on the floor, let my PG know, hey, like, you can hit me, and then I'm gonna get off a midi, and it's gonna be cash every time because it's a 99 midi with Legend Shifty with this, this badge obviously boosting everything else. The 96 post control, again, to go in with the Legend post fade. I don't know for sure post control helps with boosting the fade shot, But for me, in terms of a feel, just a feel for the game, I feel like the animation is smoother with this boost for the 96 pose control. I could be wrong. It may be a placebo effect. I don't know. But in terms of just what I feel and what I see with this boost from the takeover, and I go into a post fade animation, it's already legend. It feels a lot smoother. Granted, it already feels smooth because it's legend, but that's just my take on it. 3-pointers obviously boosted, and then of course you saw the gold limitless to go with everything. So easy work for the takeovers. Going right to the animations. I use Kevin Durant's actual jumper, no blend at all. I don't even have actually I do. This one is the one I use, and it's Kevin Durant's. I don't know. I think I did it for the release speed, right? Yeah, I did it for the release speed. I did it just to change the release speed a bit, but because I know dip a lot, I don't even need it. Really doesn't matter. You can use KD's regular one. I was using that one for the longest. That's why I started out saying that. But yeah, I did use Kevin. I put everything Kevin, just like the actual jumper, but I boosted the release speed just a bit to be a bit more comp. But Paolo Banchero's pass style, Kevin Durant's dribble style. Of course, y'all know me. I like to go with the actual person's dribble style that I'm using to be more realistic to the player and respectful to the replica. I like doing the actual sig of the player. Paolo size up, Kevin Durant's breakdown, pro escape, pro combo, Giannis cross. If you don't know, now you know. Giannis crossover for your 75 ball handler, 70. I think it's a 70. What is it? It's 65 actually. 65 and up ball handlers, Giannis cross, everybody knows, even for the bigs that be in the park and showing y'all the the 6'11s and all that, they have the crazy dribbling like that's what they doing. They push crosser with Giannis. Behind the back pro, spin pro, Hezzy KD, step back pro, and obviously Kobe's triple threat. Got a lot of Kevin's layup animations as well. Obviously his post fade, obviously his motion style. The motion style is my number one thing that I always gotta have, at least for the player I'm making. I don't even consider it an actual replica build unless I have that motion style. Or, the exception is the motion style just not in the game. But that is pretty much it. That'll do it for the build. Granted, it's one of the builds where, like I said, you can be at the 3 spot and be guarding 6'6s to 6'7s. You can be at the 4 spot and going up against bigger, about your 6'10, same height as you, or a 7-footer that has good rebound and what have you. So it's gonna be good for all of that. You're gonna be faster than most of the bigger guys, the bigger builds, 6'10 to 7 feet range at the 4 spot. You're gonna be faster than, more mobile than them. They're gonna be hard to keep up with you in terms of them playing the defense. And then if you're going against those small forwards, you got what you need to keep up with most of them, unless they're just complete crazy physicals and got one of those demigod builds, which is possible when you're going against comp, but you'll still manage. You're 6'10, you can block shots, you got 82 perimeter, you can slide your feet, you're good. You got the badges, you can do what you need to do. And even then, that's just for you on defense. For them, when you're on offense, they're cooked, especially if you're no different. If their hands are down, green light non-stop, because you're gonna shoot over them. They're smaller and it's realistic. I mean, that's what KD does in real life, man. If there's a guy that's not matching up with him well in terms of the physical realm, in terms of the height realm, he's gonna shoot over the top of it. That's what he's known for. So get into your bag, be a great scorer. If you're gonna make this build, like, comment, and subscribe, please. This is a great scoring build, one of my better scoring builds. So I'll be glad to share this with y'all, and of course I'm sharing a lot more in the upcoming near future. Peace.